Find even more drawing tips inside the pages of the Phoenix comic, along with great stories and more. This week I'm going to be showing you how to draw a superhero base. A whole base, you say? That's going to be super complicated, but not when we break it down, it won't be. We're going to use ovals and rectangles to create an exciting structure and then fill it with lots of cool stuff, none of which will be that hard to draw as they're going to be quite small and won't need to be super detailed. Let's start by constructing a set of building blocks. Building blocks are a series of basic shapes we use to construct a set of guides from which to create our final drawing. Draw 3 ovals. These will eventually become platforms in your base. Add cylinders to the base of your ovals, one larger than the rest. Connect your ovals together with slanted rectangles. These will become walkways in your final structure. Erase any unwanted lines. Add handrails to your platforms and walkways, and add a series of rectangles at the back of your base. These will become a costume display area for your superhero's many outfits. Because I work on a computer, I'm going to turn the opacity down on my guides to make them fainter, and then create a new layer for my final lines. If you're using pencil and paper, then either draw your guides really lightly and erase them afterwards, or overlay a second piece of paper on top of your guides and draw over them to save rubbing out. Now, trace over your guides with a more definite line. When you get to the stairs, work from the top, drawing several vertical lines, each one lower, and in this case to the left of the other, then join them up with gently slanting lines. To finish off, draw some diagonal lines coming off your stair edge, and there you have it. You've successfully drawn some stairs. Repeat this process for all 3 flights. When you get to the base of your platforms, add some water ripples and then add railings to your handrails. Now, we're going to add some cool stuff to our base, starting with a supercomputer. First, draw a slanted rectangle, and then 4 slanted squares either side of it. Add a console using basic shapes and then a chair with a curved back and a circular base. Next, let's draw a science station. Draw a 3D rectangle and then populate it with simple pieces of science equipment. Don't go into too much detail, as you're not going to see much of it in the final drawing, especially if you're working at A4 size. Now let's add some superhero costumes to our display cases. I'm going to cheat here and copy and paste the same figure over and over, but feel free to go all out with lots of wacky outfits, or if you decide to colour your base, why not colour your outfits indifferently to add variety. Now let's add some vehicles, starting with a car. Draw a 3D rectangle with a slanted front and add 2 ovals for the wheels, erasing any unwanted lines. Add fins, thrusters and a cockpit to your basic shape. Repeat this same basic process for a boat, but start out with a shape that looks like the base of an iron. Finally, let's frame our base inside a cave with jagged lines for rocks. Use thicker lines in the foreground and thinner lines in the background for depth. And that's it, you're done. We'd love to see your superhero bases, so why not send them into the Phoenix and they might appear inside the comic. Till next time. For more how to draw tutorials, make sure you like this video and then subscribe to our channel. You can also find even more drawing tips inside the pages of the Phoenix comic, along with great stories and more. Click the link in the description below to find out how you can get the Phoenix delivered straight to your door every week.